The Ungame is a non-competitive learning, communication board game created by Rhea Zakich in 1972. It is a game of conversation which fosters listening skills as well as self-expression. History. Rhea Zakich, then a young mother from Garden Grove, California, was forced not to speak for months after her doctor found polyps on her vocal cords. Although the polyps were removed and she made a full recovery, the experience affected her. Unable to speak for that long period, and afraid that the problem might return, she felt emotionally estranged from her family. This led her to the realization that, as she puts it, we all spend so much time talking, but we never really communicate. As a remedy, she decided to write down on paper cards a number of questions that she wanted to ask her husband and children. Some were light-hearted, some serious and intimate. Before long, with nearly 200 cards on her hands, she realized that she could turn them into a sort of board game. She played it with her family, and the results were surprising. Her husband revealed for the first time how frightened her illness made him. Her son, a bright student, expressed how he hated the constant pressure to perform well in school. The other son talked about how his brother's constant teasing hurt him. At the end of the game session, her husband said, "I've learned more about all of you in these 20 minutes than in the past 5 years." It was the first time each family member really felt listened to and heard. Since the game rules state that players can only talk on their turns. Later, they let their neighbors borrow the game to play with their children. The oldest son took it to his school psychology class, and his teacher asked for copies. Soon, a company was founded by someone whose family was dramatically changed by playing the Ungame. The new Ungame company began to produce and market it, and as their line expanded, it was renamed Talakor. In 2008, the sales topped 4 million in more than 14 languages. The Ungame was the first non-competitive learning, communication game on the market and has been used in schools, churches, businesses, counseling centers, hospitals, and prisons, as well as in families and party settings. The game. Players progress along the game board as they answer questions such as, "What are the 4 most important things in your life?" and "What do you think life will be like in 100 years?" Special spaces on the board invite players to share their thoughts and feelings on any subject, or ask another player a question of their own. Older versions will have little worlds like Complaint Campsite or Chores Cabin. Variations. The Ungame has a number of variations and expansions available. Full board, pocket-size card games, and a Christian version. Full-size board versions: the Ungame board version, the Ungame Christian board version, the Ungame Catholic board version. Pocket versions: these include cards only in a smaller travel-sized box. All ages. Kids, families, teens, couples, Christian, seniors, 20-somethings.